Once upon a time, in a small village nestled at the foot of a towering mountain, there lived a humble stonecutter named Leon. Every day, from sunrise to sunset, he swung his hammer and chisel, shaping large, unyielding stones into slabs and blocks. The work was grueling, exhausting both body and spirit, yet it provided his modest living. Despite his skill, Leon often found himself frustrated. He would wipe the sweat from his brow and mutter, "Why must my life be so hard? I labor endlessly, yet the world barely notices my efforts. If only I could have an easier, more important life." As he worked, he would glance enviously at the rich merchants passing through the village, riding on their ornate horses. Their clothes shimmered in the sun, and their faces bore calm smiles, untouched by the relentless demands of physical labor. Leon's heart ached with longing. Perhaps, he thought, if I were a wealthy merchant, I would never have to swing this hammer. I could live in comfort, make decisions, and be admired by all. But deep down, a small voice whispered, "Be careful what you wish for desires often come with hidden burdens." Still, Leon could not silence his yearning. Each day as he cut into the cold stone, he dreamed of a life beyond the mountain, a life where he was free from toil and hardship. One evening, as Leon rested under the shadow of the mountain, he looked up at the distant palace shining in the sunset. The idea struck him suddenly. If only I were powerful, I could live as a lord or a ruler. Then no one could ever command me, and I would never struggle like this stonecutter again. Leon closed his eyes tightly and whispered his wish into the wind. That night, as he slept, a mysterious change occurred. When he awoke, he found himself transformed into a lord, wearing luxurious robes and seated on a golden throne. Courtiers bowed deeply before him, and servants carried out his every command. At first, Leon felt a thrill of joy. For the first time, he experienced authority and respect. The burdens of manual labor were gone, replaced by a life of comfort and influence. He looked over his kingdom and felt a sense of pride swell in his chest. Yet soon, his excitement began to fade. Even as a lord, he could not control everything. The sun scorched the land, rivers overflowed, and sometimes his palace shook in fear of approaching storms. Leon realized that, despite all his power, he was still subject to forces he could not command. A quiet understanding started to form in his mind. Perhaps no position, however grand, could free him from the world's unpredictable trials. As Leon pondered his limitations as a lord, he gazed at the sky and noticed the sun blazing brilliantly above. Its warmth and light seemed to dominate the land, giving life and casting shadows alike. A thought sparked in his mind. If only I could be the sun, then I would be the most powerful force, unstoppable and admired by all. No sooner had he wished it than a transformation swept over him. Leon became the sun itself, radiant and immense, rising high above the mountains and rivers. From his new vantage point, he felt all-powerful. His light touched every corner of the earth. Crops thrived, rivers shimmered, and all beings basked in his glow. For a time, Leon reveled in this newfound power. No one could oppose him. He was eternal, magnificent, and untouchable. Yet soon, he noticed something he had not expected. Dark clouds drifting across the sky. They blocked his rays, casting shadows over the land and obscuring his brilliance. Leon felt frustration for the first time since becoming the sun. How can I be the most powerful when even clouds can hide me? For the first time, he realized that even the mightiest forces were subject to other forces beyond their control. The sun, for all its glory, could not command everything. Frustrated by the clouds blocking his light, Leon wished for a new form of power. If I become a cloud, I can float freely across the sky, covering the sun, bringing rain where I choose. Surely then I will be the most powerful. In an instant, Leon transformed into a massive, billowing cloud. He drifted above valleys and mountains, casting shade over fields and villages. Wherever he moved, people noticed his presence. Farmers welcomed the rain, travelers sought shelter under his shade, and the world seemed to bend to his will. At first, he felt invincible. The sun, which had seemed so dominant, now appeared to struggle beneath him. He laughed silently at the memory of his old desire to become the sun. Now, as a cloud, he felt he could truly shape the world. But soon, he encountered a problem he had not anticipated. The wind picked up, strong and relentless, pushing him across the sky. No matter how hard he tried, he could not choose his path. Sometimes he was forced to pour rain over deserts or drift aimlessly above mountains, far from where he intended. Leon realized for the first time clearly that even clouds were at the mercy of forces beyond their control. Power alone could not guarantee freedom or peace. Seeing the wind's dominance over clouds, Leon wished once more, "If I become a mountain, I will be unmovable, eternal, and strong. Nothing can control me, not the sun, the clouds, or the wind. Then I will finally be truly powerful." Suddenly, Leon transformed into a towering mountain, rising majestically above the land. He felt solid and immovable, and for the first time in his journey, he believed he had found ultimate strength. Birds circled his peaks, rivers ran at his feet, and the world seemed to acknowledge his permanence. At first, he relished this newfound stability. The sun could shine or hide. The clouds could pass, and the wind could blow. But he, the mountain, would remain unshaken. He had finally escaped the whims of forces larger than himself, or so he thought. One day, he noticed a tiny figure at his base, a stonecutter, hammering and chipping away at his foundation. Despite all his might, the mountain could not prevent the laborer from slowly shaping it, creating valleys, slopes, and jagged edges. The realization hit him like a lightning bolt. Even the seemingly strongest and most permanent things were vulnerable to persistence, patience, and the simple forces of life. For the first time, Leon understood a deeper truth. True power is not in resisting life, but in embracing your place in it. The truth of acceptance. Leon awoke at dawn, the rhythm of his hammer and chisel calling him back to the stones at his feet. He smiled, understanding that all the forms in his dream, the sun, cloud, mountain, and Lord, were simply reflections of his desires and illusions. The real lesson was clear. True strength comes from accepting life as it is, without complaints, and focusing on what you can control. The stonecutter's life, with its challenges and hard work, was exactly where he could grow, find peace, and make a difference. With renewed purpose, Leon lifted his hammer and continued his work. The mountain still stood, the sun still shone, and the clouds still drifted, but Leon's heart was calm, ready to face reality with patience and courage. If you found Leon's journey inspiring, don't forget to like and share this story to remind others that real power lies in acceptance and mindful action